What is up, guys? Macabespeed coming at you. Highly anticipated episode today for a number of reasons. First off, this will be the very first day I try and send the T9 Supersonic. That's right, I've got a very special airgun ammunition online for you guys today in the testing style this channel's always been known for. 25 yards on a yoga mat across a chronograph. That's my style, all right? I know some people hate it, but a lot of people out there really enjoy it as well. Let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of this. I want to really baseline the information and data that we look at today by using some super high quality pellets from Jim at Texoma. Now these 102 grain 356 caliber slugs cycled great for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and send them 20 yards down the road, put them across the chronograph and see what kind of energy and accuracy they produce offhand in this micro carbine. I am going to use these iron sights. There's literally no special optic on this whatsoever, just these fiber optics. Already got my magazine loaded up, put my ears on, figure out some energy, figure out some accuracy for you guys. Oh, that's right. Foreshadowing, try to put things in on the wrong side. One. Misfire. This is actually an issue that the HP Max dealt with a lot. Check this out, guys. This thing doesn't want to come forward right now because what it's trying to actually do is eject and spit out the factory mag. The HP Max has consistently dealt with that issue as well, and if we just go ahead and pull this bolt handle back, you can hear it. Bam. You got that bit slug right there as proof. Such is the life of an airgun YouTuber, bro, I'm serious. Okay. And again, please, let's see if we can't actually get the energy. Lights. 615. 609. 602. 578. Dry fire, very loud dry fire, wow. And it decocks itself when it does so. Also, to note, this is my HP Max magazine, not the billet magazine that comes with the T9, and it's still held together, so good to go. 578 on that last shot. Let's get this thing filled back up and take a look at our potential supersonic ammunition. I'm so excited, let's see it. All right, guys, now a 4,500 PSI fill just got us across the shot string with what you saw. These only weigh about 30 grains. Oh shit. Classic Maccabee style, throw shit on the ground. But these weigh about 30 grains. They are 7.62 30 caliber airgun Sabots, and they cost about 1 cent each, and they've got pellets that are like 5 cents each in them. So for 6 to 10 cents each, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I've got a suitable replacement in ammunition potentially that's significantly more readily available. I mean, this is made from the same exact stuff that they make 2-liter bottles out of, and it only took about 6 hours. So check out my other channel for that. Now, the other thing you really got to keep in mind when you think about this is just like those spicy 5.56 green tips, velocity can do funny things, right? You get things up past 3,000 FPS, 22 caliber round does interesting stuff. Hopefully, a 30 caliber round from this pistol will do similar stuff. Not the exact same thing, but hopefully it's a transferable idea, right? Let's go. All right. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. I'm very excited. Okay. Nothing to it but to do it. $985, and I did see plastic leave the barrel. Is there any more plastic in the barrel? No, it seems okay. There is no fire on the next round, but there is one in there. 1,112. Okay, so there's hope for this idea no matter what. I don't know where I'm at on the board though. That might be an interesting thing to see as well. I'm not done with this idea yet. 984, 933, 942, 980, 942, 903. Dry fire. Let's go see that board. I don't see shit on that board, to be perfectly honest. Probably going a little bit over the target, but I don't see my shots from the Sabot rounds, right? I want to be able to see both of them. Let's go ahead and move this up to 10 yards and see what happens. This is super interesting to me. Honestly, this is like the absolute roots of where I started my channel, was pellet testing, right? Because ballistics are fascinating to me. The idea of ballistics in general, just a cool thing, cool subject. Physics is neat, and seeing what stuff does under different conditions, it's always been something I've enjoyed sussing out on film. All right, geared back up. Target is about half as close. Break out this ammo and go again, right? We've already seen that it does want to group with the lead, period. No matter what anybody says, the lead is being proven effective, at least with my shit skill set. So, oof, bees are back, it seems. And attracted to my Sabots. Go away, bee. You fucking bee. All right. Mag 2. Buzz Lightyear ammo, uncharted space territory here. Safety. 858. There is one in there, so again, I don't know if this is a mag ejection issue. That round did not get where it needed to be on that test. $1,039, and that one actually worked okay. Dead center in the middle of our board. It's like the worst thing that can happen to a guy, right? Like when you're dealing with an idea that's not going well and then all of a sudden you get a like moderate success, it makes you want to investigate it more. 878. ERR3. And it does look like the mag wanted to once again push out. We've seen this. We've seen this on the lead slugs also. I think that there's only one answer for us right now. Is it empty? Yes, it's empty. Kind of mixed results there. Very, very, very interesting. Some of them seem to have completely missed the target, while some of them actually do want to hit the target and also hit the target with some energy, right? I mean, over 1,000 feet per second on the shot that hit the bullseye. So there is the possibility this could work. This factory mag does seem like it wants to eject though, and I think it could be a weak point for us. Yeah, we got them today. They're here. We're gonna go ahead and try and use our very own extended magazines and see, is this good enough? Will these make a difference in our cyclic features? A very close helicopter. $960. 872, 649, 851, 843, 825, 835, 746, maybe out of pressure, 2,000 psi on pressure. I do think there's a round in there. It should shoot still. So I think I might be down on pressure. Let's see. It might be short stroking. It is. That was stellar success. No matter what any single person says, the first batch in the magazine absolutely went through. So it's also kind of puzzling too, because what's really ridiculous about this is once we added the variable factor of this extended magazine, it seemed like I was hitting the target more. So I don't know if that's a random coincidence or what's the status there, but inside of that, I'm getting hits at 10 yards in the 800 to 900 FPS range with ammo that costs less than 10 cents a shot. To go ahead and switch this little tank out for the big guy and really see if I can't give you guys a solid episode. So cool! Bunch of real bright Sabots in there. Let's see what happens. If you're just joining us for the very first time on this episode, you're like, wow, what is this guy even doing? But I think a lot of people who are regulars here do understand the value of what they're seeing. 928, 867, 982, 547, 451, that's weird, 901, 817, 861, 833, 844, around 2000 PSI, gun might be short stroking. Does it have a bullet in it? No. .794, and we are also locked out, which means that this is a moderately successful test, yo. This is a moderately successful test. I mean, I don't really know what to ask too much more for an ammunition that costs about a penny for a Sabot and about 5 cents on a pellet. I'm gonna go ahead and load this up one more time and really just ring it out and kind of prove the theory that we're gonna be able to get through most, if not all of this magazine with one air charge with this ammunition. Let's do it. Full fill. Nothing's really, knock on wood, broke yet. $1,042 right out of the gate. 1,015. 1010. 1005. 1022. 996. 963. 962, 925, 933. Damn it, got to the last one, and once again short stroking it. It's either short stroking it or I'm out of pressure for that final lockout. Do I have a round in there? Nothing, nothing, nothing. So we are so ridiculously close on this. It is not funny. God, I'm having a really damn good time. I'm having a really damn good time with this. I think I want to go ahead and tighten up the spring tension just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. Give it a little bit more ass in the spring tension. Fill it back up with air and Sabots and see what we can get out of it. If you guys remember back when you used to mess with small bore stuff, then I think that you probably realized that over 1,000 feet per second with a 22 grain pellet that's stout. That's stout. That's over 30 foot-pounds of energy if my math is correct, and I'll throw it up on the screen right now so you know exactly what the real energy is. But over 1,000 feet per second with something that weighs 22.2 grains, 22.5 grains, somewhere in that neighborhood, that's pretty decent. And honestly, if you look at that 12 by 12 10 yards from us, we've got a pretty good spray of ammunition making effective and meaningful contact with it. So I don't know, I feel like this is the real life of R&D, right? This bolt handle keeps coming loose. Let's go a little bit faster with it, see if it runs still. 1,000 feet per second. 977, 963, 974, 952, 955, 943, 923. Something happened. I heard something happen in the gun. Nine, 4, 1. 2,200 PSI, right at that point where it's going to start to do its thing. Completely clear. Final verification test. I'm going to put some lead pellets in it with the factory magazine and see if it still runs or if I've broken it. In between 2,000 and 2,200 PSI though, it seems to consistently want to foul up. Back to the stupid side of loading. And look at what I'm doing with myself. This is so ergonomic right now. This is the most ergonomic thing I've ever felt in my whole life, dog. By far, best ever. Six, 2, 1. Duplicate. Kicked the mag out. It kicked the mag out, and that's typical for the AEA line. Yo, there we go. A guy brings a solution to the table. It worked decent for him all episode long. He brings it back to the factory magazine, and whammo, it tries to spit the magazine out of the gun. I think a lot of people probably deal with that, and even though my magazines didn't perform perfectly today, I think it's gotta be better, or at least a step in the right direction from this kind of a result that we see under absolutely normal factory-directed circumstances. Seems to be a great place to go ahead and end this. The one thing that we noticed fairly consistently is at the very end of the magazine we were running into one of two scenarios. Either A, we didn't have enough pressure to cycle the bolt and get all the way through that last round, or B, what I think is personally more likely, I didn't put enough spring in those magazines and we were running out of tension right at the end. Rectified that and gone with a slightly heavier spring, a little bit bigger, badder beast of coil this time, and we'll see if we can't get a little bit better results out of it on this range session. Let's get it loaded up with the same exact lightweight ammunition that we saw the very first time around and see if we just can get through the entirety of the magazine without having that stoppage that we saw at the end. A little bit heavier of a tension on the spring, load it up, green ammo, good to go. Let's hit it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. If I've gone too heavy on the spring and my math is just off at this point, what's going to happen is it's going to shoot once and it's not going to cycle. And then I know I got to go with less spring. But we'll see. Too much spring. Is it empty? Empty. So exactly what we thought was going to happen did end up happening for us as far as getting that initial failure because the spring is just too heavy. Let's go ahead and answer the other side of the question as far as the potential of it not having enough pressure to run, and maybe we had the correct spring in the first place. I'm going to go ahead and tether this gun up and put the previous spring that we had success with last weekend and see if we can't get closer to the answer here. Back in action. Tethering up as promised. Trying to find out if it's pressure or if it's spring tension. Everything went fine. Is it out of ammo? Everything went fine. Maybe it was a pressure thing. Maybe I developed a new spring for absolutely no reason. Is the pressure fine? I mean, I don't know. Let's try the other magazine and see if that one works equally as well. All right. So I'm fully loaded back up, ready to rock and roll. It's still tethered up because that seems to be the way that we saw the success last time. I'm gonna go ahead and aim at the target out there. See what happens. This bolt handle sure likes to get loose easy. It's locking me out, dude. That's ammo being sent down right.
That one definitely fucking fired everyone.
So that is success.
That was totally success, dude. Not too bad of a grouping, dude.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that one was success for sure.
And it seems like we're hitting the board.
Yes, you did.
You know, I think realistically the only thing that I can do to push this one into the red for these people is go ahead and load up both magazines and sequentially dump them back to back with you as my eyes on to just make sure that I'm making hits.
Yeah.
Hell, this might actually be successful. Can you imagine like what people would think if they could have ammo on demand for 3 cents a shot? All right. So the first major test is upon us. We're gonna go ahead and try and dump 2 magazines back to back with no edits. We are tethered at this point because it's significantly more rounds than I think that this factory gun can give us with these tanks. And it's all of these beautiful green Sabots here in these awesome little mags. Let's see what happens. Seems fine. I counted 11, maybe I counted wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and try and count better this time. It was 11, that was 11, and we dispensed 22 Sabot round projectiles from this T9 with no stoppages whatsoever. I'm a happy guy. I can't be happier, right? If this doesn't give you a feeling of self-sufficiency as a person, knowing that absolutely ammunition is no longer off the table just based on cost prohibition, I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore. That has absolutely got to give you a good feeling, man. It's a viable answer. I'd have to look at the footage to know exactly how many hit that 12 by 12 target that's 10 yards away, but at that distance, with this energy, with this type of reliability and repeatability, at this cost level, you just can't lose. I think it's going to be a great place to go ahead and end this episode, but if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so that you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like what you saw today, pushing the very ragged edge of airgun development, make sure you share it so that other people can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one.